Welcome to another episode of The Couch Coaches. And today we'll talk about Tufan. I didn't realize that even a helmet can knock you out of the game.
Generally, if you see players will ask the umpire, I want to change the glove or bat and the mari. He didn't ask. Then we waited for the helmet to come. The balls which our pacers are bowling is different from the other side. Oh.
Anna, before we get into that analysis, we're going to do something different. Over to you, Priyesh.
The timeout of Angie Mathews.
So it fits really well into the concept of boxing, right? In every round, you only have so many minutes before you can knock out your opponent. Anna, I didn't realize that even a helmet can knock you out of the game. So tell me a little bit about what happened. I didn't watch it entirely, Priyesh.
He came into the ground when the last wicket fell, and before he took a guard, he adjusted the helmet or the strap of the helmet, and the strap went away. So he called for a new helmet and didn't ask the permission from the umpires or Shakib or whatever. Generally, if you see players will ask the umpire, I want to change the glove or bat and the mari. He didn't ask. Then we waited for the helmet to come. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஷக்கீப் asked the umpires that 2 minutes ஆச்சு வாங்கி குக் பண்ணாச்சு பட் ஆஞ்சி வந்து குக் பண்ணல ஸோ is it out or not? So I think the umpire said, if you appeal, he is out. So he appealed and they gave him out. So he went away.
I think this is hilarious, right? I think not being ready, அதுக்கப்புறம் gloves சரியில்லை, ஷர்ட்ல பட்டனை தைக்கணும், டெய்லருக்கு போடணும். You can't do these things. See, my point of view, right? You have to remove all these things. Hey, is it in the spirit of the game? Hey, it's part of the rules. The same people who wrote the spirit of the game also said that you have to be ready within 2 minutes. So whether it's this or whether Ashwin getting manked before and saying it's in the spirit of the game, if it is within the rules, it's within the rules, right? So in my opinion, Shakib did the right thing. He has to look at other ways.
There was a confusion because the MCC law says 3 minutes. But the tournament law says 2 minutes. But the MCC also says the tournament laws precede or as a precedent of the over the MCC laws. So on the minute he was gone.
The Three Idiots படத்துல வந்து the lastல லேட்டா வருவாங்க எக்ஸாமுக்கு. Then they'll ask, do you know my names? And they'll just push all the new answer papers out, right?
आप लेट हो गए, मैं नहीं ले सकते. So please sir.
I think all these rules have to become pretty clear. You cannot just play around, and if it's within the rules, you can definitely appeal. That's my opinion.
No, Angie Mathews has been a captain.
Correct.
He has to know the rules.
Correct.
Okay. Basic stuff he could have asked the umpires or Shakib that I want to change my helmet because it is kaput. Okay. அது பண்ணல. He said, I'm Angie Mathews. Hey, கொண்டு வா. Like Dhoni makes the 12 men or 13 men run every time when the spinner is bowling and the pacer is bowling in the other end. He doesn't keep the helmet penalty. He will give the helmet and they have to come and run. அந்த மாதிரி. He saw. பெரிய பெஸ்டாவா he called for a helmet and then timedout.
ஆமா, எனிவே அவன் மட்டும் இருந்தா என்ன பண்ணிருப்பான்னு தெரியாது. Anyway, back to நம்மளோட analysis, right?
Our prediction analysis, second overall analysis of the match, and third one breaking point.
See, I think we said it's going to be Sarpatta Parambara, super fight between two heavyweights like a boxing game. And finally, it became like the Tufan movie. And just for context, right, when Sarpata Pambara released, Tufan also released in the Hindi version. And that was an utter flop, and this was a super hit.
நோட் பண்ணுங்கப்பா பின்றாப்பா நீ மெட்ராஸ் வந்தீங்கன்னா உனக்கு பெரிய எதிர்காலம் இருக்கு.
Eventually, this match came down to something very similar. But let's start with the analysis. So I picked Gill as the batter. Jadeja, Sara. Sara varla payangali. Then I picked Jadeja as the bowler. Shami as the game changer. You picked Virat, Kuldeep, Rahul. And Janani, who was our guest, she also picked on similar lines. She picked Virat, then she picked Jadeja, and so on, right? I think we had a really good set of picks. Jadeja, man, all departments. And I think it reminds me of number Kamalhasan as a Ulaganayagan, right? Suma enna role koduthalum paiyan vandu kalakitan.
Once upon a time, there lived a ghost. He's not a myth anymore.
So it was an awesome performance where I think once he came on, the ball that he got, the bold delivery, right, was just amazing. The way that it came in.
And his post-match press conference,
Correct.
like said, the first innings, it was turning much more than the second innings. And I think DK or Ricky Ponting said, Maharaj wicket of Gill. The degree of turn was 8 degrees or close to 8 degrees, and the Romours wicket which Jadeja took was only 4 degrees.
Got it.
If it turned 8 degrees now, Kuldeep would have run through the back net.
Correct. See, even the wicket of Miller, for example, the previous ball, or not previous ball, maybe a couple of balls before that.
Last over.
And he'll just go and hit a 4, right? Just move the same way. And this, I think Jadeja will notice it. And then he'll make this subtle change where this ball sort of bounces a little bit more and then he gets him bowled. So overall, amazing performance by Jadeja. And I saw the commentary, the interview process of Jadeja where he was like completely like bindas in a funny note. He was like really on point of telling people where things were. Then Shami. Man, this guy is on a mission. Number Mission Impossible theme music மாதிரி பயணம் வந்து unstoppable. I just love the way he got
Mission Impossible Mari, every patommo super hit.
Correct.
Consistency.
Correct. And it makes you wonder how he was sort of left out of the main in the first few games. But in some ways that probably has irked him and he's just come back with this vigor. The ball to Markram was awesome, and then the LBW that he got, he was like completely sure, and Rahul was completely sure. And Rohit was mentioning how he's now outsourced the whole appealing and DRS decision making to Rahul and the bowler. And then he just then he bases it on the gut, on what he feels to go forward. But amazing bowling by Shami. That was awesome. Then I'll let you talk about Virat, the birthday boy.
Happy birthday, Virat, again. What to say? King da Andamari. 49th century. He paced the innings very, very well. And we will talk in the breaking point how he paced the innings very well. And to equal Sachin. And I love what he said at the award ceremony. He said, I can't be Sachin. Everybody looks up to him. And it's a dream to match your heroes, record. So I don't compare me with Sachin at all. And Sachin also tweeted that what I think Asha asked him, that he took 365 days from 49 to 58th century. I think Virat will store that in the next 3 matches.
I
But
wasn't sure if he was referring to his age as 365 days too. He took it from 49 to 50. Yeah, I think then overall our other South Africa predictions will probably defer that because it is irrelevant. And then we'll jump on to the overall predictions. I'll let you sort of kick it off by talking about the man, the captain who started off.
6 overs, 62 something when he got it. And then 10 hours or 11 hours, 92 when Gill got out. And that allowed Virat to play his innings. One. Second thing, the captaincy, we could see on the 13th to 17th over that Dravid and Rohit were animated because they wanted to send some message to Virat, and then we later got to know that they sent the message to Virat to play the entire 50 overs. So it is not only belting Jansen, their top bowler in this competition, and he was 10 overs for 90 or something.
Correct.
But to know what's the pitch after you have hit 40 of 20 balls, okay, that's the brilliance of Rohit.
Correct.
And I think he did not have to do much in the bowling, but I like the fact that he got Jaddu in the 8th over itself.
Correct. Yeah, I think overall prediction, right? It was a sort of, we thought it's going to be a heavyweight game where both teams are going to hit. That didn't work like what we thought. Obviously, we loved it because we all wanted India to win. We knew that you win the toss, you're going to bat, and that's exactly what India did. And we also were able to sort of think through and say that the kind of mindset that Rohit has built in this whole entire tournament, he continued the same kind of rhythm. And the matchups that we wanted, just to see how even on this kind of a pitch where it's not fast bowler friendly, Bumrah, Siraj, Shami, everybody were on dot, right? And then getting it through, which was just amazing to sort of watch. I thought the left arm pace bowling of Jansen will be awesome.
Two things. Their top bowler was Jansen. The top batter was QTK. Both of them were failures, and then I think they don't know what to do. One. Second, Klaasen was a bit unlucky for me because first before the DRS came, I thought it is pitching outside leg. And maybe also you would have seen the ball trajectory and play that shot. So he was konjo unlucky, but whatever, he is out.
Hassan Raza is posting that India is doctoring the DRS and then making things go in their own favor.
One more thing I saw. The balls which our pacers are bowling is different from the other side. அந்த மாதிரி ரொம்ப வரும். See, we saw in 92. See that episode, our memories of the 90s, where great batch opened the innings and he showed. So after the India match, they said he's taking drugs and we will get the tumor. So
correct. Yeah. So I think
overall another demolition, and you have to mention Iyer.
Correct.
2 matches in a row. And he set the tempo for us to get the 320.
Correct.
Okay. Because Kohli had the instruction to pay for 50 overs, so he was single to Andamari his innings, but then Iyer started off in 35th
Right.
or whatever, and then Sky and Jadu finish off with 50 or 30 balls combined. So you
ஆமா.
have to give
இந்த
it to Iyer.
வேதாளம் படத்துல வந்து பரோட்டா சூரி வில் சே ஆஷம் அப்படிமா. அதே மாதிரி இல்ல ஐயர் பிளேட் அட் ஹையஸ்ட் லெவல், நாட் ஐயர்.
ஓ விஸ்வாசம் ஆஷம்.
I think, and I also loved because you usually say that either he's going to be Ambi or Onion, and in this particular one, he played like Ambi when he had to, because that section when we had to play a little bit slowly, and then he became Onion and exploded. I really think if he had not gotten out, we would have hit 350 or even 360 because he was in that kind of a mode. And once he starts hitting the lofted sixers, they just clear the ground. He just got out unluckily in this particular phase. So overall, an awesome game for India. And I know some people feel, oh my God, India வந்து ஒன்னு கூட தோக்கலே என்ன ஆகும்? As we believe, this is going to be the unbeaten team that has to go all the way through. And if suppose it doesn't happen, it is what it is, man. As long as they do their best, it is a game of sport anyway. We just want our team to look at every game as a World Cup final, right? And then give it all your best. And that's what Jadeja was saying in his commentary, not in his commentary, in his post-match interview, where he said, for us, we just want, it's not like you peaking at the right time is not a statement. You want to really play good cricket, all the best that you can. And every time you wear the India jersey, you always said that we want to do well for our country. So.
And Ricky pointed also said in the comment box, they are not picking. No team picks. Every team has a percentage to improve.
Correct.
Idhukku mela if they improve, I don't know what the other things will do.
Correct.
So we will see whether we are playing in Wankate or Eden Gardens, because if Pakistan qualify, I think Mumbai they will not allow Pakistan to come. Something. So the India will play the fourth spot Pakistan in Eden Gardens. But in Wankete, we bowled Sri Lanka out for 55. Inga vande South Africa for 83. Come, wherever you want to come, we can play on the Mari. Dear viewers, if you like the content, please subscribe, share, and like our channel and the video. See you on the next episode. Bye.